music was playing. Right. Another bathroom. Which probably means secret passage? Or a hiding spot? October 11, 1899. We integrate the very latest knowledge of chemistry using low levels of laudanum derivative in feed to subdue the product even before the initiation of the process. This means that when we drag them from holding pens onto the line, they are less likely to panic and damage machine components, other products, or themselves. This section of the belt is sheathed in the rubber and kept well lit to maintain good spirits. And we have actually found that the intelligent placement of gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes around the line means we can use music to further soothe the product. We find the Debussy particularly effective in the regard. Fucking Debussy. Is it? Warning. Fueling pumps, volatile chemicals are in use. These materials are highly corrosive. Wear protection. Does that mean that you can use the gramophones to like soothe the enemy? There's lots of lamps here, which probably means and blood. It's also blood and pigs. You can pick the pigs up. It's heavy. Let me put them, the rest of them. Fueling station. Alright, this guy had to say something. The factory offices, all the suggestions of a large workforce, yet no actual signs of life. It is every bit as if someone has attempted to carefully create the illusion of a working factory complex, yet this facade, when examined closely, is clearly just a falsification. But I must put aside my anxieties, quell the unease that pits my stomach, and continue on my path. It appears to be some kind of fueling station. I've seen automobiles demonstrated at Mr. Yarkham and Mr. Simmons' work. But the smell here is all wrong. This is not petroleum, of that I am sure. Everything suggests to me that this machine must be significant in some way. Yeah, we need some kind of container, probably. Very corrosive. All the doors are locked. Except for this one. Guessing that's where I go. What about this door? It's probably... Oh no, it's open. It's open. Oh, it's actually worth it that I came here. I can climb? Yes, I can climb, but without a reason. September 28th, 1899. Imagine, they say, a machine one day that might think like a man. As if this is to be desired, one might also boast of creation a man who breeds like a pig. Men and women upon all fours, the rutting carelessly, ejaculating their filthy little missives into the streets, alleys, and gutters, running freely with the careless spill of their conjoinings. The air thick with the whimperings of lust, the bodies streaked with their own emissions. We have created a world where man is so utterly debased He will spray his seed over passerby, and yeah, this is the condition Bandage inspired to. No, this is not the machine we seek. Such an entity should be nothing less than a deity, and we would fall upon our knees and worship it. We shall not carve gods to bicker and fornice it. Fornice it. They will exist to clean the world and set us free. I reject Babbage as I reject these men of government. Let the pigs copulate in the gutters whilst they can. We shall scoop them up and ease their ascension soon enough. It's like, yeah, we got fucking stories about cum. And cum goes everywhere on the streets. Everyone just going around the streets, coming everywhere, like, not giving a fuck. We ejaculate like real men. Strangers not allowed on this works. Inquiries to be made at the lodge. Boycott. Ban swine stains from our streets. Mandus factory must close. On the streets. Yeah, people don't like my pig farm. What do you gotta say now? Holy orders. This church is connected to the plan. However, it does suggest another route into the main part of the facility. Given the locked doors around the fueling station, the truck blocks my way. However, almost as if the saboteur know that I might consider this alternate entrance. And what do you gotta say to me now? Delivery schedule. How in blazes are we supposed to meet these damn schedules if even the base equipment are provided would simply not will not perform its designated function? These cursed new-fangled trucks will only run a fraction of the distance my old nag managed before running out of stinking gasoline. The gaffer says it's fine. There's plenty of pumps to refill them outside of the factory walls, but you end up dragging a blessed tank from the truck to the nearest one to refill it, and the one in the storeroom's empty again. I can't be turning that crank handle all day only to find that the tank is empty. Well, sod it, sod it, says I. Enough for a night, and to my bed I go. It's not like anyone needs access to the bleeding graveyard anyway. Harry, if you get this, I'll meet you in the Damson Templar for a jar. Yeah, I can probably imagine that back in the day when the first vehicles were made, the fuel consumption on those things were abysmal. Yeah, this thing's not gonna start. It needs fuel. So I probably need to find some kind of fuel container.
Come on, Papa. Let's climb this one. I can see more pictures at the top.
Oh, come on, you could easily squeeze through that. Mandus Cove. Meat processing facility. Factory. There's nothing else here, so let's just go into the factory then. Chemical transportation danger. Highly corrosive, highly flammable. That's a battery. My journal. A strange container. This canister looks like as if it may fit the fuel pump I saw earlier. It certainly carries the same fetid, unholy reek. I will not think of that which I saw past me in its cage. I will not gaze again into that dark machine room. A more immediate task presents itself, and the opportunity perhaps to gain access to Saint Dunstan's. And the conveyor's going. Blood breach. Does that just shows where I am and I have to go? I'm gonna have to go through all of this. Well, no wonder the fuel tank was empty in like 2 seconds. Look at the size of this thing. It does kind of suck that you don't have an inventory in this. Give me some petroleum. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Fucking. What's with the combat music? Are we safe? My journal. A fast getaway. Dear sweet Lord of all that is good and holy, I must make my escape, grasp this container and its putrid contents, and flee this place before that creature, that nearly man, returns. I will head for the church. Surely such an abomination could not follow onto hollowed ground. I guess I'm safe. Let me close the windows. You know, just in case. Buy me some time. Ah, the mask. Here we are, the graveyard.
This way, Papa. Come and see. Will it hatch? Can we take it home?
Yes, my darlings. Of course we can take it home.
I've seen this before. In the castle of Brennenburg. It was like at the end of like The Dark Descent, if I remember correctly. That pedestal, which I thought you could put something there, but you couldn't. There you go. Pig. More pigs. And that's the pig man. Kinda thick. Not gonna lie. Yeah, that's where I wanna go. Anything? No, we have to go to the basement. Alright. Livestock and Bibles. The wires came up out of the ground whilst they lay on the grass asleep, like serpents they were, and they burrowed into his ears and became his listening. Right. I mean, I like the setting of this game. These areas look interesting. take more notes. November 23rd, 1899. Twin candles bent to the will of the central saint, casting their light to the corners of the chapel. Father Jeremiah, I thought, could be trusted with the secret, but he's like all of the others. So the old priest has gone to the holding pens with his flock. He says he will enter into our world with them, a shepherd indeed. And we're gonna open this. There's gonna be again 1,000 wine bottles in there. No, just papers and a Bible. Well, at least this place is holy. This also opens. They probably leave. Yeah, same place. Right. Physics? No.
Your faith shackles your vision, Professor. It is an iron coffin that keeps you from grasping the future. We require a new deity, one of steam and the wheel, of magnetism and progress. The old god is nothing more than a lamed hog, spitting back offal at mankind.
There's another door here. Comparing to the other side. So it opens these all. An organ. Oh, we're gonna meet Jesus. Potatoes. Ah, yes, screams. Father Jeremiah's journal, October 1st, 1899. They flock to us now, where once I had to walk amongst them to bring salvation into their lives. Now drawn by warmth in winter, by the food that Mandus distributes, my church is full, and my charges are saved. He walks amongst them and they almost worship him. He will not allow them to work in his factories, claiming that his workforce are especially trained for the new machinery he uses, and that it would be irresponsible, nay unethical, to risk such precious lives as he sees here. A changed man since Mexico. It is to be praised that in the face of such appalling tragedy, and from the confines of his sickbed, as he is often chained to, he conducts one of the greatest and most benevolentest charities in all of London. Not content with the rise to become the dominant food produce business in the land, he distributes his goodwill, his fares, to the poor, and they congregate about his kingdom in gratitude. Must be a good businessman, this guy. I mean, it kind of is like a thing. I mean, back in the day, like, everything was being done manually, and then electricity started appearing in the, like, electric machinery. It's like you did not need as many people. You did not need like 1,000 people that just, like, you know, move levers to move gears and stuff. You could actually, like, add electricity and the machine is gonna do everything for you. So the switch, it's kind of like nowadays with AI. Like, you no longer need many people to do something because a computer with AI could just do it for you. Kind of like the same thing. Like, it was probably like talked about back in the day. Like, oh, people are losing jobs at factories because the people are not required because machines are doing everything now. Fucking pig god. Literally, there's no Jesus, we have pig god. And then more Yeah. Parallel universe Jesus? Pigsus. Fucking hell, everything is pig. Everything is pig. Machines, pigs, Jesus, the pig man himself. Why aren't the nuns pigs as well? Or maybe they are, just need to get closer. Ooh, I can light these. Something will probably happen in a minute. Why aren't you pig? Because she's too Jesus to understand. Oh, I saw that thing. I saw that thing. Hold on. I saw that candle. I saw it. It was in the storage area. See? What a good eye I've got sometimes. Sometimes. Aha. But let's not turn it just yet. Let me take a look around. We got levers, we got coal. Oh, we probably... Why you no open? Do something here first. Because I'm guessing the machinery won't run until you put coal in it. Because, well, there's coal on the ground. What about the other side? Okay, this place is closed. Alright, so we have lit the candles. Not sure if it was necessary, but let's... I think that opened the thing. Oh no, it already started everything. My journal. Inside St. Dunstan's. We sat here, I remember. We sat in our black, and we mourned, and we prayed, and we bowed our heads. How I hated God then. How I spurned him. If this is our Lord, this pig who robs me of my wife, then I refute his embrace. I will carve a new God for us all. Such madness, such a fool I was. If such blasphemous ravings had remained within me, I would be doomed, but even here I feel the machine throb beneath the flags, and I know my path awaits me. The infernal machinery, the engine fires, the flames are stoked. I hear steam in the walls, vibrations upon the very air. My heart falters at the prospect of throwing the lever and exposing the workings of this dark contraption. But my children beckon me on. I cannot fail them. Cool. Are IRL churches also like this? Oh. Here, we're heading to the catacombs, it seems. We haven't had... Silence, do not startle or upset the acquisitions. I was gonna say, like, we haven't really messed around with the enemy yet. But I think this is gonna be...
Listen, Papa. Hold the egg to your ear. You can hear the sea.
I'm guessing this is gonna be the part. Where the pig man is gonna arrive. Yep. Sure does feel like it. But to be honest, I gotta say that if you would have an enemy like if you would have an enemy like the Pigman, for example, and they would give you like apparently someone's in there. So basically, yeah, if you had like this enemy that stalks you and makes you uneasy, never actually comes after you, I think that would be pretty effective in a way. Because whenever the enemy starts attacking you and you know what he's about, that's gonna, like, I don't know, it's not gonna be as interesting or scary in the end. But if you just keep the player on his toes, like show glimpses of the monster like all the time throughout the game, I don't know, maybe it could work. But judging from the lights, yeah, I think we're gonna have to run. We're gonna have to run into the Pigman. These final thoughts. What exhumation is this? What rotten fruit? What be stitching of parts? I doubt I will ever be found, yet I leave you this, scrawled in the malodorous half-light, whilst my tormentor shuffles below. My fellow prisoners keen and squeal in the gloam, and where I wait for the knocking upon my cage that signifies it is. Finally, my turn to make the dark journey into the interior. That's where I came from, okay. Yeah, do stuff like this throughout the game. Never actually attack the player. Probably right. I can't see shit. A hiding place. What's the point of this then? All these places you can hide. And I keep looking for items, but it looks like this game definitely doesn't have any items in it. Yeah, he's around. I wonder, can I like hide in a place like this? Well, I am in the dark. Yeah, he's definitely around. He is finally definitely around. But does he like walk around or disappear eventually? Let's see. Will be able to see me? He shouldn't be able to. I mean, I'm in the dark. It looks weird though. Oh. Half pig, half human. I believe I have to get past him. That's what it feels like. The thing I don't know is how good are his senses? Huh. That was nice. And so to the stoking. The workers sing as they work, they sing as they eat, they sing as they make toilet. They're always singing. If you place your ear to the ground, you can hear them still. Okay, where does this go? Do you have anything to say? A hellish portal. A hellish portal? It appears I have no choice. Thus I descend, and may God have mercy upon my soul. If this is my bedlam, and I am to be cast as Matthews, then I will wear that mantle for the sake of my boys, and face whatever horrors lie beneath the altar. Ah, on some jars. Jars of meat? More pigs? No need to mess around with the cars. Meat processing factory, 1828.
Water in his shoes. Always the water, and the sparks of the embers of the wheels. It's too bony! It's too damn bony!
Oh. What does he mean by that? Like the pigs are not fat enough? Because obviously everything has to do with pigs. Amanda's processing company. My soul shudders at what I have seen, but at least I have reached the main part of the factory. Now onwards, downwards, to find those blood waters and drain them away. Like Moses, I will cleave the waters and lift my little darlings clear of its vile cradle. So is this where it begins, basically? Is this where the game actually starts? Mandus Processing Company. Yeah, it does seem like it. I'm gonna have to go through all of these areas.
These men, Professor, these so-called men of vision, they would shackle the masses to a wheel and turn it till their backs break. All for that opiate, the lure of profit. These fools who lackey them, these priests, these officials, this government, they make pigs of us all.
But what solution, my dear man? How to break a cycle? You cannot simply remove the promise of a better world for these unfortunates. In the workhouses, in the orphanages, the belief in heaven is surely the only succor one can find.
We do not need to wait. We can bring forth paradise now. We can speed the passion. With only a small sacrifice, we can hold the apocalypse. With just a small sacrifice, we can free our shackles and deliver them to paradise now.
That almost sounds like a Silent Hill plot. But instead of gods and deities, we have pigs. Piston rooms. Ah, nice, the blue filter went away. It's a cool looking area. Look at him run off. There's contraption. Runs on belts. Man, look at that fucking screw. I wonder how hard is it to tighten that one. You see that? There's a fan, a ceiling fan over there. You can. It's easier to see it here in the corner. I get closer and it starts spinning. It stops. Starts. Stops. Starts. Stops. Nice. And we're gonna go upstairs first instead of downstairs. Nah, can't chop my head off. Hey, look, someone's driving. Coming.
Hear me, Mandus. I am compromised. Our contacts must be brief and occasional. Beware the wretches who populate this compound. The way you seek is under the pistons. When you meet the saboteur, you will understand everything.
Cool. October 17, 1899. Each compartment is ergonomically designed with a feed through at one end, so the product naturally settles into a position ready for the stunning arms to connect to the skull. We use the natural static charge built up by the friction of the cards against the belt to build an electrical charge, which is contained within glass vacuum canisters at the sides of the stunning arm mechanisms and delivered along the stun arms via copper cabling. We have observed that the artificial lightning contained within these canisters seems to calm the product further. Post-stunning, the line tilts sharply to the vertical, the physics of which tips the stunned product upwards to fall directly onto the hook of the bleeding line. This hook passes normally through the houch or the thigh of the product, and from this point we dispense with the belt and instead instigate a channeled floor, which creates a funnel allowing blood and byproduct excretions to collect and run to the fluid collection tanks. Fancy. Oh great, we have more bottles now. Oh no. The alcoholism is back. So I'm guessing the main character was just like to get drunk all the time. Works manager. And I have to go down there. Fine. And this is gonna be like a You enter and this thing's gonna close. You watch. Told ya. Well, we're stuck here now. Buttons. Guessing you have to get this one up and running. And we possibly need more coal? Let me take a look. Yeah, I think we need more coal. Man, this guy can't throw shit. Good. I have done the puzzle. I am smart. Piston control room. One. So yeah, 1, 3, 5. 1 and 5 is operational, 3 is offline. Ooh, a sliding door. Fancy. So 3 is off. Well, yeah, I can see. Three, 5. Four. So 6, 4, 2. 6 is offline. So we probably need to activate all of them. We need to get 6 up and running. And 3. Should be simple enough. Yes, I will get to that note in a second. It kind of sucks when pressing the right mouse button to throw stuff. He doesn't throw, it just falls. So it's best to just throw him. Is 4 gonna be enough? Yes. Let me close the door. So 6. Stop! Are your furnaces fueled? Okay, let's go help with number 6. So number 5 is running, that number 6 is off, yeah. This sure is quite the puzzle. Danger, no entry to the under pistons when machinery is at rest. Any more? Just 3? That means probably enough. Right, let's start reading again. Lily's arms are made of steel. Lily's arms are silent. The pistons are silent. The plant is at rest. I must poke the hornet's nest to open my way, I fear. The scale of these engines suggests a far greater works than is visible from the surface, so my friend must be correct, and the larger part of this plant is underground. We are close to the Thames. No wonder a flooding is such a risk. Fire and steel. The fires are stoked, assuming the same architect responsible here as with the chemical plant. I surmise that a centralized control system regulates and operates the pistons. It should be a simple matter of finding it and hoping the saboteur relented after simply extinguishing the fires. October 18, 1899, a series of collecting vents have been installed along the ceiling at the stage of the line. In the process of stunning and bleeding, the product often expels stinking vapors from its digestive system, which can be collected, condensed, and used in the methane boiler to drive the engine as a whole. In this way, the more product is processed, the more power becomes available to the machine, and productivity is actually increased. A simple stroke of genius, but one that encapsulates the benefits of self-regulatory automation. Smart. So I guess we can just start. Yes, there goes the piston. Well, that's not exactly a piston, it's a connecting rod. It's kind of nice that we basically turn on the electricity or whatever. But it kills all the lights. Of course you would close behind me. Why wouldn't you? Yay, hidey hole. Okay, let's see. To understand where I must be going. Guessing he's around somewhere. You know what this game feels like? It feels like what this game is going to be doing. You're going to have like a puzzle. Then after the puzzle, you're gonna have like an labyrinth sort of area. We sort of have a labyrinth. Yeah, there he is. And you have to just find the exit. And on to the next section. And there he goes. Didn't I just run like a circle? Oh no, we're good. The descent continues. What did that dark voice instruct me to do? Under the pistons, into the tunnels, and onto the bilge pumps. And if the door should be locked, I will have to find another means of descent. I cannot trust him, but my path is set. I shall ignore those noises. That snuffling, those shuffling steps below me. I will brave whatever lurks beneath, and I will save them. Standard, let's always check out the wrong path first. Wish I had the map though. Chemical transportation. I will probably have to put something in there. Myself? Okay. I should have investigated the other bit. I thought you would get into the hole and push a button for it to move. In the nest of eggs, triumphantly sixpence spark. Oh, yeah, never mind. The game decided no. I expected to get in here having to push a button or something, but no, the game automatically wants to put me in the next area. I didn't even check the other side. Ah, yes. The usual elevator crash. I think I am in control. Yes, I am. Hello.
Quickly, Mandus, find the entrance nearby. The children weep in the darkness, and the floodwaters continue to rise.
That was a short message. Now it looks like we're in like a Wolfenstein laboratory. July 15, 1899. In order to facilitate assimilation of tissue groups, a compound is required, or the cells will not bond. Disposal of non-bonded subjects must be immediate, and using incineration or we risk continuous animation without form. This is unpleasant. A simple compound of 1 part Brennenberg infusion vitae to 1 part orgone monad dispersal fluid is sufficient. This can then be administered intravenously to the subject following reassembly to maintain bonding. The compound is unstable and highly light reactive. Once in the body, the Schumann lamp can be used to activate the compound, but outside the body is highly corrosive. It can even destroy small quantities of metal. Wait. More teeth. Bilge pump maintenance access. What now? Sabotage! Bruised and battered but alive, I have survived the saboteur's best efforts. He and I are now locked in an epic struggle, but I am driven to find my family, and I will prevail. Ignore the madness about me. Do not consider what cruel, unspeakable acts have been committed here. Find the way to the bilge drains the flood for your children. Maintenance access. There's clearly another passage beyond the locked gates. It seems I have a choice of approach. The padlock is old but firm, but after that fall, I cannot summon the strength to break it open. Perhaps I can find another way. Now, that note said something about chemicals. I can eat through metal, so probably need that. Glasses. This. The centrifuge is some form of bizarre mixing device for chemical compounds and is positively reeks of the foul fluids I have seen too often before. It is clearly a compound, some volatile bastard of two composite ingredients. I should wager I would find them close by. Low temperature storage. Holding pens. Well, let's go to the holding pens first. Okay, this seems like a hiding spot. Yes. It's dark in here, but it's dark but manageable. Silence! Do not start or upset the acquisitions. What about this door? Closed. Was there any other paths? Let me check. I forgot. I don't think there was. No. What's happening? Did you see that? My mouse started going all over the place. Teddy bear. Okay. August 20th, 1899. Took delivery of another batch of imbeciles today. They are the sorriest specimens of humanity I have ever seen. No one asks where they go to. The authorities of Bedlam are simply happy to reduce the overcrowding in their teeming, stinking halls. We measure their skulls, check their teeth, we give them laudanum to pacify them. They wait in line, livestock, dull brown eyes and filthy skin. Many soil themselves as they wait. Into the manipulator they file in silence. I hear the hissing of gas. I hear the dull groaning of as teeth are removed, as bones are reset. I hear the pigs screaming. We have removed all the mirrors. After the process, it is their reflections that trouble them the most. Afterwards, when they sleep, I walk amongst them, my children. I whisper to their dreams, you are my children now. I have children once again, and your forms imperfect will be engines to make my own blood flow again. There's some crazy shit going on.
Over there. Place it in the corner.